Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Salami. How are you? It's good to see you. Thanks for clicking on this Corepunk video. I'm sure you're as interested in this class as I am. I think Warmonger's got something for everybody and I really want to talk about it. So please, if you find this great, please like, subscribe, and talk to me in the comments about this game or anything really. I love talking to you guys in the comments. I think that I love looking at my phone and seeing someone's posted a comment. I feels like it's just that great interaction, and I think it's the best feeling ever. So please drop comments. I love it. And let's get into the Warmonger. I think one of the best classes so far. Like, seriously, this is up there with the Paladin for me as a class that I will probably pick if I don't pick it. Yeah, if I don't pick Paladin. But I will say, again, before we start, this is my third attempt at this video. I think the recording equipment is not liking me today. So I started with a lot of energy and I had a little less energy, and now we're probably on my lowest amount of energy because I just want to make this video, but I don't want to be a boring old bastard about it. So let's go, let's get into it, let's start this, let's see what's going on. So first off, we'll do the little splurge. Only the strongest of the orcs can become warmongers. Hardened by innumerable battles, they won't be stopped by any threat. With countless combats under their belt, warmongers are skilled warriors fearing neither pain nor death itself. They bring down enemies with suppressive heavy fire or hold the front line with their spear and shield, and if necessary, warmongers can summon a forest beast to help them. Alright, I've got my cat in here. Hello, Remy. Anyway, let's carry on. I'm not going to stop. We're going to do this. Legionary is the first subclass, which is the tank hero who fights with a spear and shield. They specialize in controlling enemies. They can stun and slow enemies with their mighty strikes and blows and make them vulnerable to abilities. Their ultimate enables them to easily withstand a lot of damage, which is true when we get to it. Like, it is crazy. Sorry if I keep looking over. This cat is scaring me. What are you doing, Remy? Please do not go in my cupboard. I don't know what's happening. Alright, we've got our Q. The Legionary smashes the enemies in front of them with their shield, doing physical damage, and the strike knocks enemies back and makes them vulnerable. If the ability hits an enemy casting a spell, the ability is interrupted and goes on cooldown. Beautiful. Love it. One of the best shield bashes ever. You can't complain about a shield bash. For sure. The W, you throw an ally or an enemy at a target area. The allies or the enemies in that target area take damage, and the monster being thrown also takes damage. But if you throw an ally, no damage. Love it. Can't go wrong. Great for PvP if you want to get one of your DPS characters into combat. Just chuck them in. Let's go. Love it. Keep going. We've got our E. The Legionary readies and throws a spear at a target location. The throw gains extra range and damage the longer the Legionary spends preparing to launch the spear. So you just hold your E for as long as you want. You charge it up, and it deals physical damage. All the enemies in its path are slowed, and spear hits a vulnerable enemy. It taunts them, forcing them to attack the Legionary for 2 seconds. Love it. You've turned on my PC, Remy. Are you going to come sit on my lap? Okay. Right, and what else have we got here? We've got in R. The Legionary removes all crowd control effects for 5 seconds. They take reduced damage, gain bonus movement speed, and bonus crowd control reduction. Whew, there's a lot going on here. And the Legionary restores a portion of their health on the enemy. The Legionary restores a portion of their health on enemy killer assist. How good. Legionary's great. I love it. Can't complain. Great tank class. I think it's going to be a banger. Right, we're going to move on to actually their special ability, which is crazy, by the way. Each time a Legionary hits a target with an ability, they gain 5 armor and magic resistance for 10 seconds. The effect stacks up to 5 times. 20% of the Legionary's armor and magic resistance is converted into bonus attack power, and the Legionary deals bonus physical damage to targets under the effective crowd control. Like, come on, like, this dude's got everything. Like, you cannot say that this tank does not do a bit of everything. And after that, we are moving on to the Commando. Alright, we're moving on to Commando now, my personal favourite class. Commandos are ranged heroes, excellent minigun shooters. Their heavy fire penetrates armor. Their poor mobility and long reload time is balanced with their ability to deal heavy damage with a short period of time. Glass cannons, but you got a fucking minigun. Like, that's cool. I like it. I'm gonna probably play this class. If it's not this, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Anyway, let's go on to the abilities. Okay, so the Commando fires a torrent of shots from their minigun for 3 seconds. For 3 seconds, every 0.5 seconds, all enemies take physical damage, and while shooting, the Commando can still move. So you can move and shoot. Love it. Great. Cool. Love it. And you can upgrade it so you increase your critical chance by 10%. Beautiful. Wow, I'll be using that Q all the time. Right, we've got a W here. We throw a smoke canister. It deals physical damage to the area. Enemies have their sight reduced, and while they're in range of the smoke, their movement speed is reduced by 50%. And then you can upgrade it so enemies are also rooted. Again, such a good spell. Great for team fighting on objectives or doing raids and that, like to slow ads down and give your party time to regroup, reset. Or even if you're playing solo out in the world and a player comes at you, you can throw the gas canister and go hide from them with Fog of War. Love it. Cool. Next one is our E. You fire a piercing shell in a target direction, hitting all enemies in its path. Enemies take physical damage and their armor is reduced with a debuff for 5 seconds. This effect stacks up to 3 times, and then you can upgrade it with an improvement to 50% increased crit damage, and enemies are knocked back and get maximum amount of armor reduction stacks. So the E's pretty neat. Again, if you didn't realize, all of these don't have a cooldown, but they are all using 1 ammo. Right? I'm pretty sure all of them are 1 ammo. Well, that one's 1 ammo. The W, the canister, is 1 ammo. And the minigun is 1 ammo. So you could cast that 4 times in a row, but you'll have to then do a 4-second reload. But we'll get to that. So you place a tripod and you mount a minigun on the ground. The damage they deal increases, abilities are improved, and you have increased range. But while it's fixed to the tripod, you cannot move. So you are super magic not magic damage, but you're super damage man, but you can't move. I love this class. I think it's so cool. And then your special abilities or passives, is no cooldowns. Everything consumes 1 ammo, and you have 4 ammo stock. The minigun fires at a set rate, so you don't need to worry about haste. And the reload is a special ability, and it takes 4 seconds. Sorry, I was just watching my cat run around on the grass. Okay, and then we have the Shaman, which is coming up next. Next up, we have the Shaman. The Shaman leaps forward. He's a melee fighter coming from a kindred of orcs who can talk with animal spirits and commands the elements. They wield different types of fist weapons to devastating effect. Their basic attacks will mark enemies, and their mark can empower shamans other abilities. Right, so let's start with their Q. The Shaman leaps forward and deals physical damage. The next 4 basic attacks debuff the enemy, reducing their armor and magic resistance for 6 seconds. This effect stacks up to 4 times, so you're really getting in there and really fucking marking them. A marked enemy reduces their movement by 50%. So their marking, how it works is after every so many attacks, the enemy gets marked, and then you can use one of your special marked ability, like it upgrades all your W, Q, and all that. But we'll get to that at the end. So the W, the Shaman increases their summoned wolf's attack speed and movement speed for 7 seconds. How cool is that? You just run around like a monster with your wolf. And then your E, the Shaman hits a target with a lightning bolt that bounces 3 times and deals magic damage. The mark summons if a mark stuns an enemy for 2. So if you've hit someone 4 times and then you cast this, you're going to stun them. So good, so cool. Keep it up. And then you have your R, which summons a wolf to fight for the Shaman. The wolf's health, armor, and magic resistance equals 50% spirit of the Shaman's attributes. The wolf deals physical damage when a summoned wolf dies. The Shaman suffers 20% to their maximum health. Then the ability goes on cooldown. So you do have to be careful with the wolf and keep it topped up, because otherwise if it dies, you're going to take a ton of damage. And if you're already low and then the wolf dies, you will die, right? 20% is quite a lot of health. And then you can tell your wolf to do things like you can target an enemy to bite them, dealing bonus magic damage every 4 seconds. If the wolf bites a marked enemy, the wolf restores Shaman's health. to an equal amount to the damage dealt and taunts the enemy, forcing them to attack the wolf. Targeting the shaman makes the wolf come back to the shaman, and targeting the wolf makes the shaman sacrifice a portion of their own health to the wolf. So you have plenty of ways to control, like micromanage this wolf. I think that's quite cool, and they might add more to that maybe. I'm not too sure. And then your special ability is basic attacks grant a stack up to 5 times. Each stack increases attack speed by 5%. At max stacks, deals magic bonus magic damage and marks the enemy, empowering the shaman's ability, right? So that's what I was talking about earlier. So that is the Warmonger, a very hybrid class with a lot of different play styles. I think this is good for anyone that likes a variety in their life. It's got a bit of everything. It's definitely high on my tier of classes to play. I mean, a minigun, a badass tank, and a shaman, like, you've got a lot of choices. So please let me know in the comments below what you think about the Warmonger class, what you think of Corepunk, and is it actually going to come out this year? Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.